Hey, welcome back to another My Two Good Hands video. Hey, we're out in the garage. This is our John Deere. Yep, John Deere. It's the F525. The F515 is the same thing. But a lot of these are three-wheelers, and the batteries are in the back. And over winter storage, something happened. Battery's flat. Tried to put a charge on it. Won't take a charge. So we're going to pull the battery, and we're going to show you how. So you need a few tools. A good assortment of 7/16 wrenches for the battery posts. And doesn't have to be a deep well, but it has to have a long extension, 10mm ratchet socket. So let's get started. We'll open this thing up and show you what we got. And you can't see nothing there. So once you get this open, the first thing you got to do is get this battery clamp right here. I can shine a light on it. It's that item right there. We got to get that off. And that has 10mm bolts down in here. Looks like one of mine vibrated loose. You will have two. I have one apparently now. So kind of break that loose. It'll come up pretty easy. Probably got oils and stuff back here. If you like mine anyhow. Once you get them both loose, you can pull this out and set it aside. Here's what's neat. Look at that. 2013. Okay, I maintain these. I pop these caps every year and I top it off with water. But we are talking 2013 on a battery in a lawn tractor. Now, you can see it's going to be hard to get out. This rod's in the way. This is your steering rod. And if you turn the wheel here, see how we can get that to get totally out of the way for the battery. So basically, make a left turn and you can get at this. Now, the first thing you want to do is unhook your battery. Do your negative first. That's the black wire. And I've put those little socky things on there that stop corrosion. Well, you want to take this, any washers that were with it, make sure you get your cable loose. You can kind of pull your cable loose. You can pull it above your steering gear so it's out of the way. You don't want the ground wire to short out your battery. So that's one off. I got to get this other one up in here. You can see where we've got this one. And then if these are bound up, you're going to need two. I've been able to get by with one, so that's nice. Be careful if the wrench is in your hand. You come across the battery, you get lots of sparks. Not so much taking the dead one out, but putting the live one back in, which we're going to do in a minute. So you can see how that's kind of stuck. To put our wrench on this end to get it broke loose a little bit. Sometimes this will happen. Your wire will get stuck on there because it's mushroomed over or something, or stuck in the stuck in there. So there we go. We've got that off. Just tuck that out of the way. We'll put this back and we'll put the washer back on there. Take this thing off of here. So now the battery's ready to come out. What I usually do is stick my hands in here like this. You got to make sure you don't touch the poles. All right. And then see, it's not easy to get this out. But what I do is I turn it up. There you go. Yep, that's your Class A, cheap as you can get, Walmart battery. But if you maintain it right, look at that, 413. So that's an old battery. So we're going to run off to the store. We're going to do it on tomorrow on the way to work, because we live out on the farmland. I'm not going to drive 20 miles just to go get a battery I don't need right now. So I'm going to wait till tomorrow, and then I'll bring it back. One thing that's nice you can do, get down in here, clean out all the stuff from your battery tray that's jammed in there. You'll find there's a lot of that goop and stuff in there. Clean that all out and be ready to go. Make sure you wash your hands and everything. You don't want to get battery acid on your clothes or anything and get holes in your clothes. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe to My Two Good Hands. Amazon links below for tools. But in this case, I'm going to go local. I'm not buying a battery anywhere else, but I'm going to go get a local battery just like the one we just took out and get her fired up tomorrow. So we are back. We went to the local Walmart and got a battery. This battery is basically the same as the one that came out. We're 340 cranking amps. The other one was 350, but we're close. That's the highest they offer now. So we are going to put this thing in. Remember, the positive was up towards the front. So again, we're going to put this in here like this. We want to make sure we don't short these out. They did give you a nice plastic cover. Leave that on until your battery's in place. So now we're going to slide this down just like we did before. Put our hand in here. There we go. Okay. And you can see that that's where that goes. All right. It's in there tight. Remember, we got this bracket to put on and these connectors. So we're going to start with this bracket. Drop it down in here. Get the hole lined up right like that. Go ahead and get the bolt in our socket. Use our finger to go down in there. Try to get that started by hand. And you can see that's going by hand. It's not. It's in there pretty good. And get our wrench on here. Just need to snug that up. Get that out of the way. The first thing you want to do is put on your positive wire. Again, through here. Make sure everything's clean. Get your nut and bolt and washer. What I like to do is put the bolt through where I know I can get at the nut pretty easy. Get that in like that. The washer on here. Remember, at this point, you still got that ground covered so you don't short yourself out on there. Get my wrenches on here. Make sure you use 2 wrenches. You don't want to put torque into the battery post. You can clamp it as tight as you'd like, but don't put torque into the battery post. There we go, good and tight. Yeah, it's up there. Now we did leave the little ring that we had that protects it, but we also have this part stuff here. There'll be a link to Amazon. That's where we got this. You shake it up a little bit and then spray it on here. Basically, that's a good grease cover for the terminal. Then I'm going to put this red thing, which worked very good the last time, back down on here over the post. Just like that. Now we're going to pull this off. So now we've exposed our ground. Want to make sure that our ground wire goes underneath the steering. Don't let it rub on the steering, okay? We've got our, somewhere we've got our little donut for that one. I don't know where we put it. It's not on the wire anymore. Where did we put that thing? Yeah, we might have lost that one, huh? Well, it looks like we're going to have to buy some new ones of that because I do not see our ring we had on this one. But, oh, there it is. It fell down in here. So we have this ring. Going to put it up the wire a ways. We're going to get our nut and bolt on here again and put it together. So you got to look, see where you're clean. Make sure you got this here, this here. Here, I should have a washer that I dropped somewhere. Appears I lost my washer. We'll put it together. We'll put this on. Line that up as tight as we can. Put one of our wrenches here to hold this from turning. We'll just tighten the other side. Again, make sure you use the 2 wrenches. Do not put torque into your battery post. Once you get that tight, put your tools aside. Again, we'll spray a little more of this. And we'll get our little thing that's green here down on there. If you don't have those, buy new ones. So our battery's installed. We should be ready to fire this up. So we'll get the camera out of the way, get this all closed up. But before we do that, haven't started it this year, we want to check the oil over here. So let's stop and do that. Now when you check the oil on your John Deere, and you pull it out, you want to wipe it off, and then you want to put it back in just flat against there. Don't screw it in. And then look at the line, and you can see here we're right at the fill mark. So we're going to go ahead and fill a little oil. Funnel. Got some 30 weight here. We'll just pour a little in. We know we're low by a bunch, so we're just going to fill the funnel all the way there. We'll be checking this again after we run it. Cold out, oil goes down slow. Okay, so once your oil's in, normally you'd recheck it, but we know we're pretty close now. Oh, let's get you back and we'll get this thing started up. Choke on, clutch down, turn key. We're going. All right, well, we're just going to shut it off because it's too cold and too early in the morning to cut any grass. So there you go. Don't forget to subscribe to My Two Good Hands. My Two Good Hands. Appreciate all the support you've given this channel. There'll be Amazon links below if you use them to shop. It does support the channel. Even if you come in on the link and you buy something else, we'll put this type of product in the list so you can see that. We'll put those little green and red things so you can get those. The battery I'd buy local. You don't really want to have them being shipped all over the country. So don't forget, like and subscribe, post notifications on. There was a John Deere 525. Your 515 will be the same. Remember, you got to turn the rear wheel to get the battery out. Get that steering linkage comes over and gets out. of the way for you. So catch you in the next video. We're going to go back and get on our RV project, and we'll be posting videos of that too. So stay tuned, like and subscribe, post notifications on. Thanks for all the support from my two good hands.